All right, everybody, this is Tony. He just top 16 the RBET FGG collab event. What did you play?
I played Vayu Circle. Alright, so just most of it's standard. I played 3 Sirocco, 3 Vayu, 3 Raiko. I went with 3 Greffer. I know the most common ratio is 2 and 2 between Greffer and Armageddon Knight, but I draw Vayu a lot, and I wanted to be able to be consistent with siding triple deck dev, so I wanted to just play 3 so it'd be more reliable turn 1 versus the matchups where deck devs and auto win. And again, just for consistency, I also play Chaos Sorcerer, so he can be dead sometimes, and Greffer helps with that, just pitching him if he's dead. Yeah, so I went with 3 Greffer, 2 Caius, just standard, 2 Armageddon, did 2 Hamster. I prefer 2 Hamster over Charge. Blackwing is getting a lot more popular in the format. It keeps taking up more of Top Cut. So I prefer this over Charge the Light Brigade, doing the 2 and 2. It makes your Caiuses more consistent because, in my experience, if you go 1 and 1 with this in Charge, you're more likely to sit with Caius in your hand, not able to summon it, where this keeps bodies on the board more effectively than Raiko. And again, the Blackwing matchup is just very, very important, and playing 2 of this instead of the 1 and 1 is, it just brings it a little bit more in your favor. But I played just Dark Arms, Gores, Chaos Sorcerer. I know some lists don't play this. I think that it's important for Vayu to have more just bomb cards that you can summon. It's you can get a little bit normal summon reliant, and your Armageddon Knight and Greffer plays, sometimes you have trouble getting over Monarchs and stuff. So this just makes it so you can out basically anything without having to commit a normal summon. So played the Gale, Card Trooper, Necrogardna. I used to not play this. Not playing it is wrong. This card is one of the best cards in the deck. And then, what's his name? Blaze Spreader Zombie. So it's 25 monsters. My list is pretty monster heavy, but that's largely because of the Sorcerer and the triple Greffer. The spells are standard. It's just Allure, Burial, Brain, Heavy, Rhoda, and MST. Just basically the 6 that you have to play. And then for traps, it's 2 Bottomless, 2 Deep Risen, Torrential, 1 Oppression. I would never main this in this deck in this form, in the current meta at least again. It was a last minute decision. I was gonna side 2 and not main it at all, but a friend of mine convinced me to main it. I didn't want to change my main deck otherwise, so I actually just made it the 41st card. I would definitely just kick this back to the side deck at this point. Otherwise, the main deck was perfect, but this card was just not good in a lot of my game 1s. It's not terrible otherwise, though. Anyway, Mirror Force, Solemn, Dust Shoot, and Return. So most of it's standard. But again, 41 cards. Oppression should just be in the side deck. Extra deck, I did 2 Armor Master, 2 Armed Wing. I wasn't sure if I was going to end up needing a 3rd one, but 2 is fine. I don't think I ever had a situation where I wanted to play the 3rd one. 1 Silverwind, Colossal, Thought Ruler, Dark End, Stardust, Black Rose, Goyo, Brionac, Cataster, Armory Arm. I think that if you're playing the 2 hamsters, then it's better to play Armory Arm because you're more likely to have a Raiko that sticks. And there are little situations where it is really, I won a game because of Armory Arm because I was able to equip it to a Spirit Reaper after a Raiko had already flipped previously and was sitting on board. It was the Raiko had to kill the back row, equip this to the Reaper to pop it, and then I was able to go off for a game with a bunch of stuff that wouldn't have been able to get through the Reaper, play around Gores. It was a really specific situation, but it comes up once in a while where there's those types of situations where this card makes a big difference. There was another time versus Dragon Turbo where it was he was low on life, had a big board, and you can just equip Armory Arm to their monster and crash into it and make them take the burn damage. So it definitely has more utility than Red Dragon or a 3rd one of this, or I don't know what else people, or Urquizus or anything like that. I think this is just significantly better than all those cards. And then the 1 Chimera Tech, just because I played Cyber Dragon.
I have to ask, what are those fortunes?
Yeah, they're all fortune cookies.
That's great.
So before getting into Edison, years ago, I always played the Dragon Ball card game, and it has leader cards. These are Dragon Ball cards.
Yeah.
And the leader card says it's not in your deck, it's always on the side.
Yeah.
Me and my friends would always put like fortune cookies in the leaders, and so I like doing it with extra deck cards too.
Gotcha.
So side deck, I sided 2 Cyber Dragon. This card was amazing. Vayu doesn't like set monsters going second, and personally I think No Mana Crossout is not good in Vayu's side deck. Cyber Dragon does the job better. It allows you to side out your hamsters going second and not have to side out your Chaos Sorcerer also because you bring in lights. I also played against 3 Machina based decks in Swiss and beat all of them in Swiss, and Cyber Dragon, again, fantastic. I won my match on stream because I was able to Cyber Dragon, made multiple Chimera Techs with 3 pieces. I did lose in Top Cut to a Machina deck because I didn't even know he was playing Machina after game 1. He just had Compulses in the main, Caius and Gores beat me down basically. But yeah, otherwise this card at 2 was, when I had the Oppression in the side deck, when it was 2 Oppression on the side, I was only playing 1 Cyber Dragon and I really wanted to find room for 2. So that was honestly like the final push to just say, why not throw the Oppression in the main so that I could have 2. And again, like a lot of matchups, it's very strong going second versus Black Wings. Even Vayu, just if they set like Hamster, you can go summon this, summon Armageddon Knight, and you can attack into the Hamster and attack into Rygo just to out those quickly. It's probably it was second best card in my side deck, honestly. 2 Fossil Dyna. This was the best card in my side deck. This card is just, I don't know why anybody plays Vanity's Fiend over this card. It's so strong. Being able to answer established boards instead of just preventing them is a huge difference maker, I think, for a deck like Vayu. Especially like Amaryllis is a hard matchup a lot of the time. And being able to set Fossil Dyna versus a field of like Amaryllis, 2 tokens or something like that, it's so strong. I can't even tell you how many times this card saved me and won me games. So I think this card has to be played at 2 in the side deck. I played 1 Kaiku. It never did anything. I thought it would be good for like Amaryllis or Vayu or something. It just, I either never drew it or, I did summon it once and it was strictly an 18 beater, did not do anything significant against zombies. But I think on paper it's a good card. Every time I see somebody else summon it, it's fantastic. So I would maybe put the Oppression back in the side deck and take this out though, but not really sure. I'd have to test more with this because this was another one. Night before the event, I put this in my side deck. Sided 3 Deck Dev. This card is just a win button in a lot of matchups, so I think that 3 is probably the best. I know people don't want to draw multiples, but I don't really care if I draw multiples if I just win the game after the first one flips. And I play triple Greffer, so it's very likely going to resolve if I see it. So personally, I wouldn't play less than 3. If like the Dreamfrog deck gets more popular, I think it's a mandatory 3. But yes, I think it's just 3 of that and 3 Greffer was probably one of the best decisions I made for the weekend. 3 Dust Tornado, just because it's good in almost every matchup that isn't some kind of frog deck. Versus Black Wings, versus Vayu, Machina, whatever. It's just, it makes everything feel safe, basically, with this card. I also played against Jinzo. This card, amazing against Jinzo because you stop Future Fusion, you win. 2 Pulling Your Rug. This actually never came in. I didn't play against any frogs, but, you know, it's still good, I guess, if you play against that deck. I played the second Oppression, just for all the special summon matchups, I guess. And then I played 1 Needle Ceiling. I don't think I ever saw it. Maybe I saw it once. It's another card on paper, really good versus Dragon Turbo, versus, what's the name of the deck? Amaryllis, all that. It's just nice for things like that, and it doesn't target. It's an extra torrential, basically. I think that if you're expecting to play against like Dreamfrog deck again, like if that deck is more popular, this card becomes so much better in my opinion because they summon Duke Block all the time. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Well, thank you, man. Thank you for coming out, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Hope to see you soon. Another event.